Hello, it's Sean Zine, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is Facebook Live number 4. I have Stuart Jacobson. We are going to have, again, my title of this kind of show is Connection Conversation. So we're going to drop lots of nuggets of information, lots of value, lots of education, and he's in the educational field as far as real estate. So we're going to learn a lot. Some realtors that are out there maybe haven't been in school in a long time. You might pick up some nuggets as well. So I want to bring on Stuart. Here he is.
How you
What's going
doing
on,
today?
Stu?
Not much, hunkering down with everything that's going on right now, and just taking advantage of that time that we have down to really kind of reassess some things that I'm doing, and also be able to connect with people as much as possible.
That's the beauty with social media is to get yourself out there, get the message out there, buy brain
Yeah,
cells, and not just say, hey, call me to list your house or call me to, you want to look at houses and you want to buy them. That's not the way to go. It's all about giving value, giving some kind of educational items or tips so that people in your community learn from you. That's the goal.
yeah,
So, Stu, I love it. It says Stu, the real estate guru. This is
yeah.
the first time Stuart's using this type of platform as far as with StreamYard, and I love this platform. It's something that it truly allows you to do a lot of different things. So I want to give you the mic and just rock out some
Awesome.
who are you and what are you about, and so those in my community, those that are watching now and those that are watching on the replay, hashtag live, hashtag replay, and in the comments put whatever business you're involved with, website, and also if you have a cell phone, and don't forget to hit that share button. We want to help as many people as possible. So Stu, please enlighten us.
Awesome. So, first of all, thank you. Second, a little bit about me. 17 years in the business. So I'm a real estate broker. First and foremost, I sell houses. I list houses. I help people buy. I help people rent. But the ancillary product to me and what I do is I own my own real estate school in Hazlet, New Jersey. But and that's not even that unique. There are other real estate brokers who have their own real estate schools who teach.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that I was concerned with when I got into the instruction field was the quality of the education. Also, the instructors that taught it, basically they would go in there, they would teach their lessons, and they would read out of the book, and the students didn't get much. And here's the thing: the goal for the real estate class is to pass the exam, right? I mean, that's the goal is to get you out there and get you into the field. um, but what I started doing was I started creating a YouTube channel where we have videos up there to help people pass the exam, because what I was finding was people were finding my YouTube channel across the country, and what they were doing is they were using it to help pass their exam. Because just as you're having this conversation with me, I would give people the Cliff Notes version, the conversational version of what you need to learn to pass the exam. And they were finding
Yeah.
that that was a lot more helpful for them than what their teachers were teaching them in school. And it's not a knock on the teachers in the industry right now. What it is that there's not a lot of resources either for instructors to go out there and become a better instructor if they wanted to. So this was something that I had to basically hone these skills. I used to work for Zillow as well, and I was a national trainer, so I would kind of go on their Dotloop platform. I would, go and train at brokerages and Keller Williams agencies on the Dotloop platform across the country. So I traveled almost 10 to 15 states, and getting up in front of people was just something I was really passionate about, and
Mm-hmm.
I just leveraged that to have an ancillary arm of my business, which is unique, where I help real estate agents get to that next level. I help them with continuing education, with giving them awesome, amazing products to help them in their business. So yes, I am a real estate broker. I go out there, I cold call with people. I want to have people list and buy and sell their homes with me, but I also am a tool for real estate agents to help them in their business.
No, it's important to have that educational piece, and a lot of people, and it's great that you practice what you preach. It's not just you're reading out of a book and hoping someone passes. You actually are living what they're actually trying to achieve. A lot of times, I've been doing a lot of research and I've been trying to educate a lot of real estate agents out there. No, I don't do real estate. I'm in the insurance world. But I know for me to provide value to my recommendation sources, I need to learn stuff and continue to learn stuff and then share that with my community. So,
Yeah.
my community is a lot of real estate agents, and I spend my time sharing everything from reading books to watching other videos to following Millionaire Real Estate Agent. How powerful is that book? Have you? I'm sure you've probably taken a look at it.
Oh
For
yeah.
those that are just starting out.
So here's the thing. I think that just starting out, there's a lot of things that real estate agents could do, and it all goes back to, and what I always say is it all goes back to what their goals are, right?
Hmm.
I speak to real estate professionals and I say to them, I say, what is your goal? I said, is your goal to quit your retail job, and to go into real estate full time? And is your goal to make $70,000 where you're going to have a career, you're going to be able to put food on the table? I said, or is your goal the Maserati? Now, and here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with either answer. It's working backwards from your goals, right? And trying to figure out what you need, not only from the industry, from a broker that you're going to interview, because that's something I do. I work with a lot of new agents. It goes to the books that you're going to read. Are you going to sit there and read books and implement them? When should you read the books? It's something that I think a lot of people start assessing their business too late. Um, you know, and I think that the Millionaire Real Estate book, it's a phenomenal book. I think there's a lot of fantastic products out there. I love Daryl Davis's book. I love just general motivational books.
Right,
Atomic Habits. I think it's a fantastic book. There's a lot of things that you could do, but also what happens is, um, sometimes agents do too much of the prep work, and then what happens is they don't do the actual doing.
right.
So what happens, it's like sitting there with a kitchen full of cookbooks and never cooking.
Yes,
so so the question is, do you want to be a professional, book reader and preparer and stuff like that, or do you want to actually get into the field and start doing? So I think that there's so many good things that agents could be doing, but what happens is they have to start implementing those things, and they have to start actually, driving the business. And some of it is, going to be trial and error.
right.
And what happens is a lot of them don't have goals or an idea as to what a successful year would look like to them.
Now you definitely hit some important things there as far as implementation is a major thing that goes on in real estate. There's either you're doing it or you're not. If you don't have goals, I've done videos if you look at my YouTube channel, a lot of different variety of topics, and goal setting is huge. And this doesn't have to be like exact, but at least you have a platform or you have an idea of what your day is going to look like. Are you going to just wake up and just wing it? No, you should have strategy. You should have when I'm going to do my cold calls, when I'm going to return to my
Right.
emails, when am I going to show homes, etc. throughout your day. So then you are not just reacting the entire time through your day.
It's so important because I think goals. Here's the thing: if you don't have goals, you can't measure, number one, what success even looks like, right? Because then you're just looking at other people and going, is that what success is to me? Is that what success is to me? And then again, I use the Maserati example. Are you looking to make $70,000, or you're looking to drive a Maserati?
Right,
They're two very different goals. And what happens is this: how you get there sometimes, people have to kind of work backwards and try to figure out, you know, what again, what is going to get them to that successful point, you know? And implementation is definitely something that people need to start doing in their business. I mean, what I'll tell you is this, and also, no points for pretty. And I say that to my students, I say that to everyone that I do business with. You know, eh, there's, I would rather see you do something sloppy, and let's refine it, than to not do something. Like my YouTube channel, it was something that there's a lot of videos I look back on now, and I'm like, that's an awful video, or that's a horrible video, but I did the video, right? Like, and I learned things. I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have, my dirty clothes in the background. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I should get a better microphone. Maybe I should get a better headset. Um, but again, product of me sitting there going, yeah, I'm gonna pop these videos up there because I think that it's a more important to actually do the activities than it is to actually put them off and to not do them. So implementation, goal setting is super important, especially a lot of new agents. I'll tell you this, a lot of new agents fall into this pitfall where they do this, and I talk about this on my YouTube channel. They don't know what broker to sign up for. They don't know what agency to sign up for. And the problem that they have is not that they don't know which broker to sign up for. They have the problem that I call the restaurant special problem. And let me explain this, okay? My wife and I, so we live down in Neptune area, so we go to Belmar, Asbury Park a lot. Say to my wife, well, what do you want to eat one night? And she says, well, I don't know. Let's go and see what the specials are. So what she'll do is we'll go up to each maitre d', we'll say, what are the specials? One place will say chicken, one say will say a fish, and they all sell it. They sell that dish, and they're like, this is, and it sounds delicious. Each one sounds delicious. And then what happens is we get to the end of the line. So I say, so what restaurant are we going to? And she says, I really could have went for a burger. And I said, well, wait a second. Why didn't we just ask each place, what's your best burger, and judged it based on that? And here's what happens when new agents go out and they try to work with, figure out where they're going to end up doing their business. What they'll do is they'll say, so why should I work here? And it goes to the special thing. One place might say this, one place might say that, but then what happens is that doesn't align with your goals and what you want in business. So now if you funnel people back to this where you say, "Hey, here are my goals, how do you help me get there?" That's a much different answer. They might not have a burger on the menu, right?
Right.
They might not have a product that helps you get there. So a lot of new agents, number one, don't implement what they're doing. Number two, and also experienced agents too. They don't have goals, they don't implement, and they don't figure out what tools are going to help them get there.
Right, 100%. And I like that analogy as far as the specials and everything else. And it's important to interview wherever you're going to go. But if you have a broker that's practicing what they're preaching, that's probably where you should probably start because you need to learn from someone. You should have a mentor so you know what they're doing, and hopefully that mentor is
Yeah.
still making deals happen, not just sitting in the office and saying do this, do that, but not you don't believe it because you're not seeing it.
Here's what it is. It should be for new agents who are getting into the field, who are looking to get into the business. They should have they should have clear expectations. And again, that's where the people fail. People get upset when things aren't clear, right? When things aren't set up for them, when their expectations aren't there. Hey, look, before we got on the call, you said to me, here's what we're going to do. This is our timeline, right? You know, and it was very clear the expectations were set and they were met. And a lot of times people don't realize, I mean, that's just a microcosm of what it should be.
Right.
But on a macro level, on a larger level, what it should be is that you should have expectations from your broker. There should not be any ambiguity. There should be transparency, clear expectations. And also, when you start working with a seller, you start working with a buyer, I always tell people, I'm like, don't overpromise. Don't overpromise, underdeliver. That's a horrible experience.
Right.
I always say, you want to set clear expectations as to what comes next, what's going to happen, so that along the way there's transparency and everyone knows what's going on. And people have a really bad they're bad at setting those expectations and setting goals for themselves and being. Here's the thing, I mentioned transparency. Be transparent with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Yep.
people don't know, like they don't sit there and have that hard like assessment of where they are and what success looks like. And there's a lot of new agents that come into the field. There's a lot of people who get into this business that don't understand that, okay, if we get to December, what does success look like to you? Does it look more like a Toyota Prius and 50,000 a year, or does it look like 400,000 a year and a Maserati, right? And again, how we get to both of those places are different.
No, it's definitely the communication's key. And I see a bunch of people jumping on and off. If you are watching, please hashtag live or hashtag replay. Put in the place a comment, what business you're involved in, a website, and your cell phone. Please share our live. We appreciate helping as many people as possible. And I want to drop some value as far as those new agents out there doing video. You can do video in 15 minutes. You can shoot and film minimum, I mean minimum 5 videos in 15 minutes. Sean, how the hell am I going to do 5 videos in 15 minutes? Well, you find 5 different polos. You shoot a video. It should be between 2.5 minutes. Rock it out. Have an ending. Always have a beginning, content, ending. Hit record. Stop it. Change. Shoot another one. In 15 minutes, in 2 days and a half hour, you can have 10 videos that you drop strategically in the next couple days. People, you have 15, 20 minutes, half hour every day. You can figure this out. It's important to always selfie. I'm 43 years old, never selfied in my life. I'm like, what the hell am I going to selfie for? If you have a meeting with anyone that's a influencer that's involved with recommending you an attorney, a financial advisor, accountant, mortgage people, after your meeting, I like doing before your meeting. As soon as you meet, selfie, drop it on social media that you're having a meeting. Now people know you're actually meeting. In business today, you have to prove you're actually working. If you talk to a salesperson, how's everything going? They're always like, oh, I'm killing it. I'm doing so fantastic. In reality, they have 1, maybe 2 deals in the pipeline, if they're lucky. They're bullshit. So we want to prove what you're doing. So you do these posts, you do selfies, you post. For our live, I always do a teaser. So people are going to check out what's going on. My friends are like, who's this Stu guy? Who's Stuart? And Stuart, your friends are like, who's this Sean guy? And then they see
Right.
us actually meeting, and then we're not bullshitting anybody. We're being straight and actually educating and dropping content, and we're in people's faces consistently. That's a key word, consistently. Don't just do it for 1 week and then be like, oh, I didn't get anything from it. I did video for 6 months before I saw anything jump in my insurance business, and I've been doing it for 3 years now, doing over 800 videos.
That's awesome, and something I want to tell you, and I think that it's important to say it now about video is when people are hunkered down, okay, in these next couple of weeks, these next couple of months, video is going to be so much more important because what happens is people are going to realize this one thing, how much they could do with video and video conferencing, how much of their job, how much of their research that they're currently doing. I see a jump in people being willing to put. I had a client put an offer in on a home with just seeing it via FaceTime. Now, 4 months ago, they wouldn't have been open to that idea at all. But now we're in a changing world. So now what happens is, and here's another analogy I use. Think back to a time, think of the most conservative person that you've ever met. I use my wife, super conservative, cautious about things. And if you went back 8 years, my wife would never have put her credit card information into a computer. Never. Never.
Right.
Now, fast forward, and she goes, I'm not even going to say it, the Alexa, go and order me this. And she's totally fine with it. And here's the thing, we have gotten to a point where it is socially acceptable to do stuff like that. It is something that is the norm. And as this could be the catalyst. What we're experiencing right now could be the catalyst to drop our guard even more for remote business,
Yep.
for things like this. So video is extremely important. Yeah, do it. Implement things. Start implementing video into your business because people are going to realize more and more the stuff that they think is impossible because of the barrier of I have to be there in person is actually not.
Exactly. And it doesn't take a lot of time. We're doing this, it's about 20 minutes. I try to keep it between 15 and 20. Give the content, give some information, let people learn. I have it in if anyone in Stuart's community wants to reach out, please check out these new web cards. My partner Christian Loran and I created. So if anyone's interested, we're trying to take on the first 10 people that sign up. We're knocking off $50 from the setup fee, and it's a phenomenal business card that is needed. Those regular business cards people throw out. This one you can actually add right to someone's phone, and it's beautiful. It's like a mini website on steroids.
That's
Stu,
awesome.
any last words that you want to share, and how do they get in contact with you? Those that are new to real estate, maybe want to learn,
Sure.
or maybe pick your brain about different brokerages.
Yeah. So two best ways to contact me. I'm very active in my Facebook community, which is Real Estate Exam Study Group. Number one. Number two, if you want to see any of my videos, I'm going to be create. So my videos currently, I have content that are really geared for people that are studying for the exam, and that will be at, if you go to any web browser, just type in www.helpmepassmyexam.com. Could find me there. So once again, helpmepassmyexam.com. And I say put it into any web browser because a lot of people try to do it on Google or on YouTube and stuff like that. So just pop it right into your Safari or your Chrome or your Internet Edge, and it'll redirect you right to my YouTube channel. And that's about it. I mean, those are really probably the best ways to reach me because again, I'm at both.
Oh, we lost them. Oh,
That cut out for
there
me
you
because
go.
I'm on my phone. But can you still hear
I
me,
still hear
Sean?
you. Yep.
Awesome, awesome. So, yeah, again, I just want to thank you for taking the time out to do this, to look, give us a platform to give these people, an outlet to introduce themselves and all that kind of stuff. Because I think, again, we're at a time where I think video is just going to boom, skyrocket, and we're going to realize there's going to be even more opportunities for things like this and others.
100%. And if any of your real estate agents in your community or the newbies want to learn, I have my mentoring program to teach them all the 20 steps that I use daily with video and social media. So I can definitely talk to them about that. And we'll definitely be in touch. We'll love to meet up face to face and continue growing business together.
Sean, whatever you just said, I didn't hear a single word of it. Your
Oh,
mouth just went. So here's it's the so you can give me a thumbs up. Um, I guess that's going to be the end of it. Just give me a thumbs up. Let me know if we're good. Yeah,
I
awesome,
hear
awesome.
you.
Again,
We'll be in touch.
thank you 100% for this opportunity. And again, look forward to many more in the future. Thank you, buddy.
Likewise. Thanks, Stu. Bye bye.
Take care.
There you have it, guys. Awesome experience. If you need anything, please reach out to them. If you need anything on the insurance front, connections, check out connectionmachine.biz. And also check out the new web cards, sean-zeem.webcards.biz, or check out webcards.biz. And I appreciate you. If you want to do a Facebook Live, schedule it at connectionmachine.biz. Hit contact, schedule. Let's make it happen. Let's make sure others gain value from us daily. Have yourself an awesome day.